7 minutes past 9 on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Daniel Daddy. Thanks for staying with us till now. Happy birthday to you, Mike Odonko. Michael Odonko of Nestle. Happy birthday to you. Live to be 99.7 and beyond. And it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday in advance to Derek Oswama of Victory Presby Church and Calbank Corporate Banking Department. Good morning, happy birthday. And also to Stephen Kweko, you are a District Director of Education working in the Western region. Enjoy your day, sir. Now, for the next leg of our conversation, we're going to be asking ourselves one of the key questions that come up almost every time that we meet to talk. This morning, we had a conversation about erratic power supply, what it means. Is it doomso? Is it not doomso? We've talked about water. We've talked about our roads. We talked about our schools. We talked about a number of other issues that concern us. Do we feel like we are going in the right direction as a country? Do we feel like there is something we can do to change it? Most importantly, what has been done in other places that we can learn? The other day, we played the sound of Ellen Kagina, the former head of the Uganda Revenue Authority, radical changes that she made. Today, we'll be taking that example again to ask that question. Do we think that Ghana is working? That comes up very, very shortly. Before that, Roverman Productions, in partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, presents Uncle Ibo White's latest play, The Sex Scandal. The Sex Scandal shows at the National Theatre on 24th and 25th November. That's tomorrow and Sunday. And then next weekend, 1st and 2nd December 2018 at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day. The rate is 80 Ghana cedis. Tickets are available when you call 0505 546 010. You can also come over to Joy FM, or you can WhatsApp 0505 546 030. Join us on Sex Scandal. Get your tickets now. Roverman Productions, be the difference. Now, Ghana, your most durable and strongest water reservoir, Polytank, is knocking at your door. Save more, get more from Ghana's #1 most affordable and durable family, Polytank. Polytank helps you store water in your right amount and quality. And enjoy the best of comfort from our new Polytank septic tanks and biodigesters. Simple, easy, and quick to install. It has the Polytank mobile toilet with bio for your construction sites, parties, or any event. Enjoy the best clean and healthy environments in the office and home with our Polytank dustbins. Just wheel it away. Our Polytank industrial containers are easy to handle, come in different sizes, different uses, and many, many more. And our Poly Kiosk, which brings comfort to our security man. Call Polytank on 0302 811576. Polytank, our family of products are here for you. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Polytank. If you are looking for experts to handle your insurance needs, talk to J&G Insurance Brokers now. As J&G Insurance Brokers, we analyze your insurance needs and negotiate the best terms with an insurer with an excellent track record in paying claims. After all, above all, we also facilitate your claims and ensure that you are paid promptly. For your one-stop shop for everything insurance, talk to J&G now. Call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo on 0244 333 335 or 0504 333 335. You can also visit our website at jnginsurancebrokers.com or email gideon@jnginsurancebrokers.com. You can also interact with us on our Facebook page at J&G Insurance Brokers. Our website is also interactive 24/7. J&G Insurance, negotiating a great insurance deal is our business. In the studio with me today is Manasseh Azuri Awuni and Raymond Aqua. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope all is well. Manasseh.
By the grace of God.
We thank God. Let me begin our conversation this morning by bringing to you that, you know what, there are some moments when our hope for in Ghana is high because we see the budding potential, and then there are moments of deep despair when we are really wondering, will our beloved nation ever work? We are asking the question, is this the case of poor leadership or irresponsible citizenship? Do we have the tenacity to do what it takes to fix the problems in our nation and chart a new path of growth, of growth and development? We'll be situating the conversation on how a single woman has been able to transform our version of the GRA in Uganda. However, before we hear Allen Kagina and her story, her amazing story, let me just ask, Manasseh, what are those moments that give you hope that Ghana will work again?
Those moments are extremely few, and they are not moments that really give hope. They give you the potential, or they give you a certain mindset that we have what it takes to make this country work. Because sometimes you encounter Ghanaians, very intelligent, who have solutions to our problems, and not just ordinary Ghanaians, but even politicians. And I talk of NDC MPP. They tell you everything there is to make this country work, and it makes sense, everything. So when they speak that way, you know there's that potential. But the other side is, do you sincerely hope that all of this can be transformed into concrete actions to make this nation work? And it is no, because the conversation often ends with, but you know, the way we do our politics, if you come, it is difficult to put all of this into action. So the people who make Ghana work are the ordinary people.
Okay. So the answer to my question, as you started with, was that yes, when you speak to some people, the ideas and the potential, that's what gives you hope.
All the solutions are in people's heads.
All the solutions are in people's heads.
Yes.
But again, it's a two-edged sword. But
yes,
how do we implement them? That's the question. Okay, Raymond, how about you? What are those moments when you see things being done?
When you meet that police officer around Cedar Mountain Chapel at East Legon, the one that stops you and say, your reflector, one of them is off, make sure you fix it. The one, unlike others that stand at the same place and demand money from you for no reason. They make it look like now it's automatic that you have to pay something, whether you've offended somebody or not. When you see that police officer doing his work, fearless one, he doesn't care who you are. He's insistent on following the law. That police officer gives me a lot of hope that at least there are some within that fold and in this country who do not believe that having to be bribed or being corrupt is the way forward. Because the larger chunk of this population is virtually doing rent-seeking at all levels. So the mechanic is of the opinion that he has to inflate a problem. He has to create one, for the lack of better expression. He has to actually extort some money from you because to some extent you're a beneficiary in the capacity, and he believes that you're even still in the same capacity too. So it's not a big deal. So he steals from the public servant. A public servant also finds a very nice way of stealing from the ordinary person. What they can do is that I know the stamp is there, I can pick it and use it for you, but I'll tell you there's no stamp. Come the next week. They immediately give him the money. He can find some way of giving you that particular stamp so that I can get your paper or whichever thing you want from there.
Yeah.
An example is the passport office. They can deliberately pretend they can't find your passport.
So that you for months.
Yes, when you know it's urgent, you pay for it. And when you pay for it,
I think the passport may even be a too old example. Baba Tando here this week, went to this Circle GRA to get a TIN number. Mm-hmm. She went, everything was finished or ended, and they told her to come in 3 weeks. Okay. But I know people who have been able to do this in 30 minutes.
One day.
And when she was leaving, she was very disturbed. She met somebody who said, "Oh, why do you look so disturbed?" And they said, "Oh, this is the problem." So, but who would tell you to come in 3 weeks? The person took the details and went to do the thing for her. So we create artificial problems
and so that can benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
So that gentleman is a different person from the system that has become very familiar with us. Yeah. Because we trust and believe that politicians corrupt. We believe that they are there only to take the money, steal the money, and share with their cronies, their friends, and their family members. So, in every corner, from the waitress through to the barber, everybody is seeking some opportunity for inflation so that they can benefit from that system.
Wouldn't it be unfair to say that it's an everybody thing? We are sitting in this.
Of course, I isolated the guy from it. That means it's not everybody. I'm saying in every corner. The original thinking
in every sphere.
Yes.
In every sphere. But isn't that what natural human tendency is, Manasseh?
That is not so. natural human tendency should be to do good.
Should be. Is that what is?
That's what happens elsewhere. In our situation, that what is supposed to be the norm is now the exception. And what is the exception is now the norm.
Okay.
So you go to an institution, and he or she who decides not to be corrupt and do the terrible things now becomes the victim. People begin to see that person as a problem, and they
Okay.
will deal with them.
Okay, guys, let's hear Alan Kagina. She's now the head of the Roads Authority in Uganda. She was the head of the GRA then. Their version of the GRA is called the URA. And listen to some of this.
Every year, Transparency International does a perception index, and pre-2004, we would compete favorably with the police for position number 1 or number 2 in that index. And I'd been in this organization for 13 years up to 2004. But in 2004, the job that I now hold became vacant. But I was also angry that nothing was happening. There was injustice. We were not raising enough money to fund government programs, and government programs that are so important for children, for poor communities in Uganda. So once I got the job, and I have no training in business, my background is psychology and administration, I kind of thought, oh my God, what have I done? So we began these reforms, and we were looking at 2 things. We had to have integrity, and we had to be competent. So we did something which I think comes with a health check. Don't do this at home. We decided we were going to draw a new organizational structure, and we were going to ask every person in URA, 2,000 people, to apply again for their jobs. That meant terminating them, because this was a different organization. So I had the wonderful, enviable job of terminating everyone and telling them, you have 2 months' notice, reapply. The jobs are fewer, but anyone can apply. And so through a series of interviews, it took 6 months, we put 500 people on the street and remained a much cleaner and more competent organization. It sounds easy right now. It was frightening then. But things like this have to be done if you are going to deal with corruption. Second thing, we went back to the taxpayers and said, what kind of service do you want from us? Now, remember, up to this point, we were the organization that told every person what they do. And they looked at us and said, what do you want? What are you up to? Well, we said, we want to serve you. Up to this point, all you've known is corruption, high-handedness, arrests, and all manner of wickedness. And so we said, what can we do to serve you? So they began to tell us, well, we don't want to stand in long queues in your offices, because every 15th of the month, we have to line up to come and pay taxes to you guys, and we don't see returns. And it's very expensive. And besides, your laws, the tax laws, are mysterious. We never understand them, and you never take the trouble to talk to us. So we said, you don't want to come, so we're going to make sure you don't have to come. So we built online systems. Number 2, we're going to teach you. We're going to explain to you. We're going to give you your rights and obligations, so that we now front tax education, and people have got to know their rights before you run after them to collect from them. And so we front-loaded service and put auditing and enforcement in the back end. Then we also realized that one of the reasons why people actually don't want to pay taxes is because this institution that is collecting revenue has a really bad image. People don't like us. So what do we need to do to get people to like the tax collectors? What we did was to rebrand. We did everything that we could to cut off the old image, including our logo and our colors and our cars and everything, changed everything about us. Then we went into the public to do community work. Some areas are really poor, and some schools don't have desks and textbooks. So we began to collect things and say, let's go in and show people that we are tax collectors, but we are here because you pay your taxes. And they began to trust us. And over the years, I can tell it has taken 10 years, we've seen revenue grow. In the last 10 years, revenue has grown by 317%. The tax revenue we collected, we used to contribute 54 to 58% to the national budget. Last year, we contributed 71.2. And we're going to reduce that slowly because I am convinced we are not a poor nation. We have capacity issues. God has invested so much in Africa, in my country. There is so much resources. We just need to get the people to do the right thing. It has happened in URA. It can happen anywhere.
And that's Ellen Kagina. She was the head of the URA in Uganda, which is Uganda's version of the GRA, the Revenue Authority. She's no more there now. She's sharing some very interesting insights there. We're going to take some messages, but we just had a shot of Vim in the studio. Good morning, Ifya Pokia.
Good morning, Daniel.
Vim lady, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Aren't you excited to hear a woman making changes?
Oh, yeah. I'm excited about everybody making changes, not just women.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go and come back. We'll look at exactly what she did.
I
I have some cocoa for the sugar.
And I got 5 CDs for that. From
Okay.
Of all the things I've said.
Yes.
Okay.
Equity for all.
It's 23 minutes past now. We're going to take these important messages. When we come back, we'll look at exactly what worked there. And if it can be applied here, what we should be applying. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Save the day! Something big, black, and mind-blowing is coming! Get ready, Ghana, for the biggest mega sale of the year! I cannot miss out! The Jumia Black Friday starts November 16 to December 7. Up to 80% discount on thousands of brand new genuine products exclusively on Jumia.com.gh. TVs, phones, fridges, shoes, blenders, and many more. Best prices and delivered to your doorstep. Pay cash on delivery and enjoy a 7-day return guarantee with full refund.
Jumia, the online shop you can trust.
Jesus, you love me too much. Oh.
Abraham Lamte Ministries presents Art of Worship 2018, dubbed Unlimited Worship. With a school of worship starting from the 28th to the 30th of November, we will crown it all on the 2nd of December 2018 with the Unlimited Worship. Time, 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. each night and 3 p.m. on Sunday. Venue, Temple of Worship, Believers House of Worship International, Spinkters Road, Okwegono. Last stop. Guest ministration, Ohima Mercy, Sissy Chum, Diana Hammond, Eddie Teta, and a lot more. Host, Apostle Abraham Lamte. Come and let's give God an unlimited worship. Worship.
Kind.
I am Polyton.
We are a plastic palace.
We are Polybox.
I am Polytag Kills.
Call 0302 811 576. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. Well, I don't know why the people them about that. To build with pipes that just don't deliver. If you want a house that will last so longer, then you need a pipe that just build better. So don't get it wrong. Duraplast stronger. Don't get it wrong. Duraplast better. Don't get it wrong. Duraplast stronger. So don't get it wrong. I follow my song. Me say don't get it wrong.
Here comes the water.
Duraplast better.
To guarantee it's durable, it's got to be Duraplast.
Solar Tech, the power to protect.
Yes! Solartech, your tried and trusted brand, is your total solution to all power problems, whether low voltage, high voltage, power surges, spikes, brownouts, or what have you. Solartech fully protects your valuable equipment. No matter your appliance, we have the perfect Solartech for you. Choose from my tried and trusted range, such as Fridge Guard, TV Guard, High Volt Guard, Multi Guard, AVS 13, AVS 30, AC Guard, Solartech TV Stab, Solartech Fridge Stab, UPS, and Solartech Voltage Stabilizer. Beware of counterfeit Solartech products. Get your genuine Solartech products today at our Abelempe office and all our authorized dealers across the country. Contact us at number 10 Yiwa Street, Ablinkpe, or call 0302-761450 or 0302-775106.
Solatech, the power to protect.
The Association of Ghana Industries, in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ghana Standards Authority, presents the Mother of All Awards, the AGI Industry and Quality Awards, under the theme Transforming the Ghanaian Economy Through Industrialization. Several awards to be won this year include the overall Best Industrial Company Award. This year's AGI Industry Awards comes off on Saturday, 8th December at the Kempinski Hotel at 6 p.m. prompt. Special guest of honor, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. For ticket reservation, contact AGI on 0242-644-382. This year's event is sponsored by major sponsors: Alisa Hotel, B5 Plus, Activa International Insurance, Gossip, Bitweaver, Accra Brewer Limited, Diamond Cement, Samatex, Aqua Safari, Olam Ghana, and Interplast. Co-sponsors: Coca-Cola, Guinness Ghana Breweries, and the Ghana Business and Finance. Be part of this AGI 60th anniversary celebration.
Every year, everybody they look forward to Bronya.
Hey, so when are you getting me? Hey, where's my Bronya idea? Blah, blah, blah.
This year, all the Bronya Chedia de Nasco. Nasco say, can pledge on yourself, make we add gifts to them. Satellite TV, they start from as low as 699 Ghana cedis. Forget ECG. When an inverter AC go cut your plenty bill into two for 1,799 Ghana cedis. Chill up for happen. Fridge, they go for 599 Ghana cedis. Way double be 999 Ghana cedis. And if you want the buzzing one, side by side be 3,699 Ghana cedis. Snow Selfie for your house. With the freezer, they cost 799 Ghana cedis. Where your food all go jump for your new burner top for 599 Ghana cedis. After all these discounts, we start to add special gifts to them. So make sure you go Nasco this Bronya. So call 0503-400-300 now. Terms and conditions they apply. Me and no say Nasco they bring home happiness.
Super Morning Show.
It's 29 minutes past 9 here on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM here with Raymond Dakwa, Manasseh Azuri Awuni, Vim Lady Efia Pokia. Do you know that more than 35,000 customers have received insurance claims within 72 hours? Yes, from yesterday, the day before yesterday, and then today. Just dial 550 to join the millions of subscribers on Airtel Tigo Insurance, underwritten by Prudential and powered by Bima. Airtel Tigo Insurance, powered by Bima, is just 550 away. Text messages are brought to you by Afrodan. Your back must last you a lifetime. And Glyco Travel Insurance Policy, we cushion you for life. The most comfortable chair in the world is called the Nightingale Extreme Comfort Chair. Go to the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade. There's a shop called Afrodan. When you get there, you sit on the chair. The rest is history. Glyco General Home Owners Insurance Package for your house and content. It gives you the opportunity to secure all your home and contents for 54 pesos a day, depending on the home. You get a free content cover of up to 5,000 Ghana cedis or 10,000 Ghana cedis, depending on your building. A free personal accident cover, including domestic helps, of 2,000 Ghana cedis. Call Glyco General today on Star Glyco on the Star Phone app or on mobile 020-2222-113 or 020-2222-118 or email sales@glycogen.com. Glyco General, we cushion you for life. So this is what we had Ellen Kagina do in Uganda. She started by sacking everyone, asking them to reapply. In that process, she had 500 people go home, reduce the number of staff to 2,005. Then she decided to front load service. So she went to her customers. How do you want us to serve you? Then she put enforcement in the back, and then they went on to do community services. In the first place, if you're okay, when someone listens to this, they'll say, oh, Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, dictator. He doesn't have an opposition party to worry him. So it's easy to say this. Do you agree?
Not necessarily, because we can do it even in the democratic environment. I think it's about how you sell whatever objective and how you bring people on board and how you sell it to them so that they are convinced enough to support it. And the political will is very key. political will. What we've seen in Ghana over the years is that we start projects, and when there's a change in government, or sometimes even under the same government, the political will is not there to push it. We all know the problem in Tetekwashi about the problem with the pedestrian walkways that have been taken over by pedestrians, hawkers who are selling stuff on the road. Remember the days of President Kufuor when Charles Bintim's era, he was Minister for Local Government. There was an agenda to get rid of these hawkers from the pedestrians walkway. Nothing happened. The political will was not consistent. When people come, sometimes it's not even the political pressure or the pressure of voters, but they cave in and they are not able to be consistent. But political will is very key. If you see the success story, not exactly 100% success, but the success story of Free SHS, NHIA, you can see that is an indication of how political will can sustain a policy.
Can just push something.
Exactly.
Through. Okay, Manasseh, do you think that it's just down to political will? Because again, some would say, for instance, if you look at the lack of efficiency in the public service, there's also an element of people just not doing the work they're supposed to do.
I do not blame the politicians alone. Leadership is very key, but those of us who also follow the leadership have to do our part of the bargain. And there are a lot of examples in this country to show that we do not even seem to know what we want, or we know what we want, but as long as it is going to inconvenience us for the collective good, we oppose it. And some politicians are just like everyone else. All of us seated here, if you do something you are praised, there is the tendency to continue doing it. If you do something you are reprimanded, even if you are right, you slow down. Now let's just take one example. The media last year came together and said, President Akufo-Addo, Galamsey is bad. It is destroying our water bodies. You have to act. President Akufo-Addo came out to act, and people stood up and said, if you do this, we won't vote for you. And he said, look, if it means jeopardizing my political career or future, I will ensure that this problem is fixed. The same media or journalists who pressured this president to act, once they started acting and the Galamsey started leaving those communities, we went to those same communities with our microphones and started reporting. There are no jobs. People are leaving their wives. And this Galamsey town used to be very vibrant. Economic activity was happening. Now, everybody is leaving. The town is becoming a ghost town. So what do we want from our political leaders? We do that all the time. We say the place is choked. People shouldn't walk or people shouldn't sell in the streets and all of that. When they move in Accra Metropolitan Assembly, goes there to do demolition, we go there and people's mothers are not getting jobs. People are going to steal. They are going to do this.
Raymond,
I don't think that, Manasseh, what you're saying is that the media should not cover the story, but exactly. It is how we present the story.
No, the media should have an agenda. I do not believe that the media should be neutral. We have to get an interest, a national interest all over the world. America goes into very terrible wars, and you find the media, everybody pushing the national interest. If the president is doing right,
Manasseh, I think it's a matter of every media house and its slant. And we know what Fox News stands for.
Exactly.
We know what.
I'm talking about Ghana generally.
Yeah,
and
we know what
but can we have that singular policy? It's difficult. It has always been difficult.
No, it's not a singular policy, and I'm not even saying those of us in this company are angels. We are also part of the problem I'm talking about. Multimedia, we are part of it. So let's not look at any media house that is somewhere that maybe no. It is all of us. It's our problem.
We can't single ourselves out.
But you see, that is why political will is crucial.
I want to hear Raymond on this issue.
The controversial one.
No. After what Manasseh said. I agree with Manasseh that is both the leader and the follower in this case. I agree that we've allowed a system where the people that we put in place feel like they are there to put money in their pockets and their friends and those who sponsor them. So the priority of the D3 grouping is more important than any other person's own. On the other side, the people who are supposed to follow them have also been made to feel that your only use is to vote, but we'll give you something small to vote. So the guys bought your vote, your conscience for the entire period that they are in office. So everything is looked at in those prisms, either be it pro-NPP, pro-NDC, and Ghanaians really hardly fight for their own interest. The people who are supposed to represent them, even in civil society, puts their interest first. So we have all pretended that we are putting the nation first. But indeed, it is our pockets first. It's what will make us and our greed prosper that we have actually considered more important than the interests of the nation. So if that issue is dealt with, we all come to have a very nice state. Our resources will be enough for us. We'll be able to develop on our own money, and we'll be very fine people in this country.
How to get there is a challenge.
How to get there is a challenge. Some would say that, what do we reward in the country? The last time when we were talking to Dr. Elsie Kaufman, she said that lecturers and teachers are not really focusing on what is really important, because they are not being rewarded for research. They are not being rewarded for challenging their students' minds. They are being rewarded for other things. So at the moment, if I'm a policeman on the street and I'm not going to be rewarded for the number of cars that drive by safely, and I feel like I need to get some money myself to pay myself, am I to be?
But I don't know. You see why the point I made initially about political will is very important. I think if you add that to what Manasseh said, which is leadership, because the leadership, the quality of leadership, the direction, the vision of that leadership is going to determine what you reward, why you reward it, and what the repercussion, the benefits thereof. You understand? So it's important. Now you have everybody's slave queening. And all that, getting out.
Yeah. I was about to make a similar point about.
And they are getting all the attention. They even get invitation from event organizers. And yet, if you go to our universities, last week I was at University of Ghana graduation. You have a number of students, young girls,
predominantly
young men,
women,
yes, who are getting first class. What do
Sweeping
they get?
The awards. They are not
Sweeping
the stars
awards
of the day.
Medical school, pharmaceutical school, like from law school. They are winning all the awards. We don't get anything from them. They don't trend. They don't notice. This year, October, lawyers were called to the bar. How many of them got recognition, attention, even from the media? Attention from the media to portray them and make them appear to other young people are coming up. You can do it, going through the right way. But somebody shows a bit of skin, a bit of boobs, and then the next minute
they are the very best of ones, to be clear.
I like that. And then the person is trending. We've lost our sense of value as a people.
Manasseh,
we've lost that.
Let me bring Manasseh in.
Yes, and once I agree very well that what we reward helps a lot. And the biggest problem in this country and the whole of Africa is corruption. Why is corruption so attractive here? Let's go to the churches. If somebody is a thief who steals and pays money in tithes in bags, that person is likely to sit at the front pew. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how he lives or she lives in society. It doesn't matter the kind of image he or she has out there. What is important is how much do they contribute to the church. You go to churches and the blessing of God is now equated to the number of decades of one's bank account and all of that. So we have reduced everything to the end justifies the means. So once somebody makes it, once somebody is driving a particular kind of car, once they live in a certain house, we do not care how the person made it.
But Raymond, don't we have a survival of the fittest mentality in this country that, look, we have to do something just to get by?
Actually, it's a more recent phenomenon.
Exactly.
The Ghanaian has always privileged the thinking that so far as we are, the people who are honest, the people with integrity, the people are the ones who made heroes right from day one. The people who sacrificed themselves, not the ones who made a lot of money, not the ones who got money through ill-gotten and other means that are not legitimate. But that shift changed when we decided that, again, ends justify the means, but in this case, money answered all things. So far as he has the money, regardless of who knows that this is wrong, the state adores such people. They become political financiers. They are given the best of privileged service. And it is true, Manasseh. There are churches today that if you are not privileged with enough money, you'll not get the best of prayer. Not even prophecy. Let's be clear. So, I've seen some with my own eyes where it's possible that you're only called in to be prayed for, or actually, so when it is dependent on what much you can pay. So, let's say $5,000. If you can release that amount of money, it means that you're in the position for the prayer.
regardless of your
They call
situation.
all the elders
Guys.
and say, lay hands on this man.
So, no,
Guys,
I'm not
let me
shifting
make
from
this
it.
up.
I'm saying that
not
it's a
coming
money
into the
state.
conversation. I'm not coming into the conversation. I'm making an announcement. The announcement I'm making is that we realistically don't have enough time to deal with this topic here. Yeah,
I get
realistically,
you.
we don't.
Yeah.
Let me make a pledge to listeners. We will continue this next week, Friday, just like this, but we will try and devote more time to it. Okay? And the conversation is if Ghana is working and what it would take to work. If we spend some of our radio time every Friday discussing issues like this, maybe someone's mindset will change. Because for me, the most important thing is the mindset. So I'll crave your indulgence, guys. I'll ask Raymond to wrap up in the next 20
Thank you.
seconds, and then we'll move on.
So I think where we can start from is you seeing evil and not pretending you're not seeing evil. You closing your ears to evil and also pretending that you cannot speak about evil. If we start by calling out specific instances where we think this is wrong, this ought not to be done to people regardless of their position, regardless of how we benefit from them, that will be the very best step in the right direction. So, I mean, don't make it big. In your office, where you go to church, where you are a member of any organization or society, you should be in the position to say what is wrong. At least that's a step in the right direction. Let's not all pretend that we cannot see evil.
You have to speak up. Look, when you go to Ashesi University, and this is what you're going to be doing. When you go to Ashesi University, people, let me use my school expression, people choke people who cheat in exams. They don't have invigilators in their examinations. So your own mates will choke you.
You see why leadership is very important.
And
they don't have invigilators.
Dr. Patrick Dewar said that at the University of Ghana, I spoke with him there, and he said he went to university that if you are given a test, you could go home and do the test without looking at any book.
Yes, Swarthmore College.
And when he said that, some students said, how can somebody with that
guys,
give this?
They're not being stupid.
Okay, guys, we will continue, but we're looking at examples like this across the nation when we are having these conversations. Okay. If you're Pokia Vim Lady, Manasseh Azuri Awuni, and Raymond Aka, thank you very much for joining us for this leg of the conversation. We hope you're available for us when the conversation continues next week. So listening to the Super Morning Show, enjoy 99.7 FM. Our friends from the Ghana CEO Network will be joining us very shortly as we talk about